Hello, good morning, dear ladies and gentlemen. Good morning from Poland, from Europe, from eviXscan company. For those ones who are sitting in Americas, good morning. For those ones who are sitting in Europe or Africa, good afternoon. And for our partners and colleagues from Asia, good evening, as we are all living in different time zones. Hopefully you have rested well during Easter holidays for those ones who celebrate them, and now fully refreshed, fully recover, get back to work. My name is Patrick Dorosz. I'm eviXscan's export manager, and today, along with our colleagues and partners from Universal Robots company and Dream Robotics as Universal Robots integrators, we would like to present you our new products. Particularly, this webinar is dedicated to our new released scanner, FinePrecision, and also robotized systems. So let's start. For those of you who do not know about us, I'm sure pretty all of you know about eviXscan company and eviXscan product line, but for those of you who are not familiar yet with, just a few information who we are and what we are doing. The eviXscan 3D brand comes from eviXscan company, which exists on the market since more than 30 years. This year we celebrate 31st anniversary of being present on the market. Research and development work on the new scanner, we began in 2010, and at the same year we have launched the first proprietary scanner to the market. In the following years, in response to the market needs, new types of scanners, accessories, and software were developed by our eviXscan company. So eviXscan is the company name, and the product brand itself as 3D scanner, it's eviXscan 3D. Today we have more than 25 engineers who work in our company. We have, as I said before, we have more than 30 years presence on the market, not only in 3D scanning sector, but also in electronic design services, which is our company background. In the scanning market, we are more than 9 years on the market. We have today more than 120 product implementations and installation worldwide basis. And thanks to our partners, distributors network, we are present in more than 30 countries. What we are doing. So we have today three fields of activity. I will not talk in details about our electronic design services and other company activities who are still existing, but we focus today on 3D scanning business part. So 3D scanners and 3D scanning services. We offer precision scanners for industrial applications, automated scanning systems, and scanning services. We also offer software, reverse engineering and quality control software Geomagic, and also Polyworks, and eviXscan 3D Suite scanner software, which the new release, which was released a couple of weeks ago, is called eviXscan 2.7. We also work in robotic fields, and we have robotized and special systems, thanks to our several partnerships. We design dedicated multi-scan systems and offer scanners that work with robots and cobots. Here on the slide, you can see a few of our customers who already use our systems or our services. Mostly the systems were delivered in automotive industry, manufacturing industry in general, so producers of parts from different type of materials, steel, rubber, glass, wood, plastic. We are also present in educational sector and educational services, wide energy sector, defense industry, which is very strong and which is rising those days. We are present in medical companies and also in aviation. eviXscan FinePrecision scanner. So we would like to show you today our new product, which was developed thanks to our R&D engineers last weeks and months. And right now we have finally delivered to the market. Couple of information, technical information and marketing information of this product. So eviXscan FinePrecision scanner is a device based on the latest generation of highest speed cameras with SMOS matrix and blue light source made in LED technology. So we are using here the blue LED light technology. FinePrecision scanner is perfect for measuring tool for precision mechanics, especially in areas such as production of turbine blades, microcircuits, small injection parts, precise numerically proceed elements. It's also very good to use in scanning of implants and prosthetics, watchmaking, jewelry, figures, statues, gaming industry, generally all objects and details who are very small and who require precise scanning and measurement due to its size and complexity. Features of the eviXscan 3D FinePrecision scanner, the most important features are high repeatability and accuracy of scans, above average detail of the obtained scans thanks to the high density of points, short data acquisition time, which is in this case 1 second. Our current, or let's call it previous product line, our regular product line scanners, HD line, heavy duty Optima and Quadro, can scan objects different size with a speed of 5 seconds. Here, thanks to the new type of 8.9 megapixels cameras and cameras triggering, we are able to achieve scanning of 1 second per single shot, which is significantly speedier and faster than before. Short data acquisition, as I said before, and high quality scans of the sharp edge of the scan. So when we scan some small part component by this unit, we are getting very sharp and rough scan data from the first place. And inside our software, eviXsuite 2.7, we are not using any smoothing functionalities or over smoothing to polish the edges, the surfaces. So you get the data exactly as you scan them, straight from the first place. Couple of technical data, specification and information about this device. So as I said before, we are using a blue LED source. Unit is featured with two 8.9 megapixel cameras. Scanning time 1 second per shot. Measuring range of this device is 120 millimeters on 60 on 45. So this is measuring range, a field of view in which we are obtaining this accuracy as adverted here, but it doesn't mean that this is a maximum or minimum size of the scanning object. After several tests done by our engineers, we are able to get to the objects which are even 2-3 millimeters size to scan them in high accuracy data. Maximum object which could be scanned by this unit is up to 30-35, maximum 40 centimeters. Obviously, if we are scanning this a little bit bigger object size than measuring range, we need to make few more scans and to merge them after inside our software, which is also fast and automated process. Density points of this unit of this device is 1,233 points per square millimeter, so very high density points and very high precision data. Accuracy, we are achieving up to 6 microns, so it's significantly improved versus the other scanners we have in the product line, HD Optima and particularly HD Quadro in a range. which have 13 microns of accuracy. Here we are achieving 6 microns. REST data computer connection as before, as our regular product line USB 3.0, all export formats as before, so STL, PLY, object, ask, bin. Hardware requirements also not changed a lot, so we require computer, laptop or stationary computer to have minimum Windows 10, 32 or 64 gigabytes of RAM memory, good processor, fast hard SSD disk, and good graphic card. Also, when we bundle our scanner with one of third-party software for metrology, either Geomagic Control X or Polyworks or Geomagic Design X for CAD, documentation for reverse engineering, to post-process the data in one of those software, also computer or laptop require a good graphic card, which could be NVIDIA or GeForce, as you know it already. And also, as standard, each scanner is fitted with our latest software, eviXscan 2.7. Here you will see, we will present you some very interesting movies out of a new scanner, FinePrecision, which is mounted on a universal robot arm. As you know already from last couple of weeks, we have tightened collaboration with Universal Robot, and as off-the-shelf product, our heavy-duty Optima scanner could be implemented, but also FinePrecision can be mounted on the robot arm UR5. Here, particularly, we are scanning an application of a Lego brick from famous Danish company Lego from Billund. A small Lego brick is put on the 20-kilogram Rotary table, which is obviously included with each scanner, with each system. And on the screen, you can see how precise is the scanning data. And here you have 3D PDF as STL file, where you can find the details and the sharpness of the model, how accurate is scanned Lego brick by this unit. The next application, also the same product, the same scanner, the same robot, is €1 coin. This is a very good example because euro coin is very small, very shiny, and have lots of details and graphs on it. We are using here a specific handler to handle the coin, to scan it in a more automatic way without manual user operation, without physical touching and changing of coins. And you can see how does the scan data looks like and how does the STL file looks like after scanning. Okay, and the third application is also small component, plastic component. It's housing of molded case circuit breaker. So you can see how does the model is complex and complicated. It have a couple of centimeters, 3, 4, 5 centimeters maximum in length. And HD FinePrecision is scanning this object. You can see how fast our cameras scanning the object. You can see how fast we expose the lines, the blue lines on the object. It's 1 second scanning. Nicely, UR5 robot is moving scanner around the model, so you don't have to put any manual operations and movement. Obviously, Rotary table is helping us a bit. On the model, you can see our smallest unique marker, which is coded marker to help us to faster pre-align the scan data to a ready STL file. And here you can see the result as scan data, and here STL file. Please have a look on the edges and on specific complexity of the model. All right, so we are behind the after the movies. Robotized systems. Now I would give a hand and voice to my colleague from Universal Robot, Carol, who will present you Universal Robots company and the product line and tell a little bit more about this application. So Carol, the stage is yours.
Thank you very much, Patriciusz. So welcome everyone. So whenever you join from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I'm pleased to present to you Universal Robots company, which is the biggest cobot manufacturer. And during my presentation, I will try to answer the question how it is possible to turn your business from uncertainty into competitive advantage. And I hope at the end we'll find the answer. Before we start, let me present myself. My name is Karol Habryka. I work in the regional technical support in Central Eastern Europe on a position of application engineer with main responsibility for Poland and Baltics. My background is industrial automation. For long years, I'm connected to robotics. So, and in this field, I feel the most experience, let's say. During this presentation, I would like to start from introduction about universal robots and the idea of cobots itself. Then I would like to move to the topic how we can guide you through the process of the automation of your company. Finally, we will touch UR Plus components and application kits, special program for third-party products. And finally, we will talk a bit about academy and possible trainings and how you can build up your competences in terms of using robots in your company. So let's move to a few words about universal robots. Universal robots has started to work on developing of the collaborative robot arm in 2005, and on that year, company was established. First robot was produced and provided to the market between 2008 and 2009, and actually this robot is being presented on this slide. For your information, this robot is still working. It's still put into the operation. It's working with the CNC machine. And from that time, we have provided more than 50,000 robots worldwide. So during this short period, because it's a bit more than 15 years from the company was established, the number of the robots is quite high. And being a collaborative robot manufacturer, it's not possible to avoid the comparison to traditional robots, traditional industrial robots. Collaborative robots are also industrial robots, but just to differ from each other, I would like to call one industrial and the second one collaborative. And on this picture, just to show you the idea behind, when we will be talking about the industrial automation, the traditional one, you can see the serious station, serious automated lines, usually from automotive, and these lines are not really scalable, and any change in the production takes time and a lot of commissioning and deployment activities. And the idea behind collaborative robots is not only the safety, but also to have the possibility to put robot with the less effort, like it can work arm by arm with human. And I don't really like to talk about disadvantage of other products. So let's maybe focus on the advantage of collaborative robots. Because the idea behind is to allow users and integrator to set up robot really fastly. And the idea behind is to let anyone to program the robot. Also very important is flexible deployment, that if we decide to move robot into other operation, the redeployment time should be short as possible. Because of the size of the robot arm, the space requirements are really limited, and you can imagine that if you have quite old CNC machine located on your plant one by one, there is no always space to put industrial robot between. And with collaborative robots, it's usually doable, and it's much easier to fit into the limited space. And properly implemented robot finally can be, after performing of risk assessment and CE marking, can work side by side with human, and usually without any additional fences. Then in our portfolio, we have four robots, four robot size. The smallest one, UR3E, can automate tasks up to 3 kilos with range of 500 millimeters. Then we have also UR5E with 5 kilos and 850 millimeters, UR16E and UR10E, where the UR10E is the robot with the wider range in our portfolio, up to 1,300 millimeters. Usually, when someone is talking about collaborative robots, it's being understood as safe or just safety. In fact, universal robots define collaboration as not only safety. Very important for us is that robots are easy to program, fast to set up, flexible to redeployment, and at the end, collaborative and safe. To ease program as possible, we have developed intuitive graphical user interface. It's called Polyscope, and within this software, you are able to program your robot with drag and drop functions on the touch screen with just one button, with which you are able to enable a free drive functionality, where you can drag your robot with your hand to the desired place and teach the position. Our robots are fast to set up. It comes in two boxes on one pallet. In one box we have robot arm, and in the second controller with teach pendant and all documentation needed. It's just powered with one phase. And after a really short online training, on which I will about which I will be closing my presentation, it's around 1 hour to automate first task with the robot. Maybe it won't be the task you will be interested to automate at your plant, but the first application is really fast to set up. And especially during these times where the continuity of the production is changing, sometimes we need to think how to automate in very smart way. Maybe if we have just short production, and for us, it can be for us very important to move robot to the other station, and it's what we call flexible deployment and flexible redeployment. As an example on this slide, we can see the robot being mounted on the wall station, and it can be moved between the lines wherever it's needed. So it gives us a lot of flexibility on our production. It's just to fix the robot in the right place and run a proper product. And finally, safety. Our robots are equipped with adjustable safety. It means that every of 17 safety functions, which are certified as Cat3 performance level D by external certification company, are adjustable. So you are able to set the limits, and the robot will take care if these limits are not exceeded. Finally, our robots are built in full compliance to the standard of how robots should be built in. And in E-Series, our newest robot generation, we have implemented adjustable stopping and time and distance. With these settings, you don't need to measure the stopping time and distance during risk assessment. You just set it and put it into the calculation. It's really useful and easy how to perform risk assessment. So let's move to the topic how Universal Robot can help you to automate your business. Especially during pandemic time, we see increasing labor gap. Usually it's related that free movement of people from other countries is really limited. And the businesses and plants, especially relying on the temporary labor, has problems. With cobots and fast of implementation, how the implementation can be fast, you can minimize your reliance on the temporary labor. Finally, usually our production lines are not developed in a way to ensure the proper social distance. And again, implementing robots just arm by arm with your operators and moving some of them to other operations is helping you and your employees to keep the proper social distance. And finally, it's just because of really small footprint our robots have. Typical payback on our robots is less than 12 months, and it's calculated globally. So it's really generating profit after that time. And even if you are not sure if it's proper time to invest money, we as Universal Robots offers with our partners lease programs, not only for the robots, but also for the application. So if you are interested in automating your scanning process with evatronics products and with our cobot, just get in touch with us and we will check if we have something to offer for you in terms of lease the solution. And finally, we can move to the part why we are here. So we came here to talk a bit about evatronic scanner. And as announced before, it's part of our UR Plus program. Universal Robots Plus program is something we have established in 2015. And it's a program to certify third-party products which fit to idea of or to fit to our way of automation. It means that these products should be plug and produce, that you are just mounting it on the robot or near the robot. You are having some software extension on your USB stick, and you are just plug it in each pendant and install some software extension, and it starts to work. And all these products, at this moment, we have more than 250 certified products. is simplifying applications. So no extra deep knowledge is needed to start to automate your processes. And UiPath application kits and application products can be somehow compared to Google Play or other application stores with the software on our mobiles. It's just store with products for our cobots. It can be tools for polishing, for dispensing, for welding, for communication, vision systems, or as actually topic of this webinar, scanning devices. I'm pleased to announce that eviXscan is one of the youngest products in our UiPath portfolio. It's fully certified to work with our robots. But together with Evatronics, host of this webinar is one of our certified system integrators, Dream Robotics company located in Poland. And they also found this program fit to what they can develop, and they bring to our portfolio vacuum gripper with adjustable vacuum caps, and a bit more about this product will be told later by Patrick. But it's good principle that if there is need of any device, it can be easily built, and any company can certify the product just to cooperate with robot. If you are interested in this product, just for your information, you receive vacuum gripper with vacuum generator, and you just install some software on the robot, mount the gripper, connect into the socket on the robot's flange, and it starts to work just like that. It's really useful and fast. And finally, last but not least, academy and trainings we are providing. Just short information. I have this opportunity to invite any of you to start the journey with our robots by attending free online academy on our website. It contains 3 tracks, core, advanced, and application track. Online academy is free of charge to any user which wants to start building competences in terms of collaborative automation. The academy, online academy, is not just a YouTube video. It's not just PowerPoint presentation. It's a full multifunctional simulation that you need to take some actions, because we believe that this way of learning brings the most. So we have your attention, so you remember more from that training. If you will be so enthusiastic at the end, within our academy website, you will be able to find nearest in-class trainings. If during pandemic times, some of them is provided virtually or in class. So the next level is to attend in-class core trainings, which takes usually 2 days. And on the last level, we have 3 propositions. So advanced training for 2 days, industrial communication for 1 day, and interfaces for another 1 day. Every training is designed in the way to be a part of curriculum, structured curriculum, that we are moving from one training to another. It contains a lot of hands-on training, and it's designed in a way you are self-learning with assistance of the certified trainer, not you are being told what to do. You need to find, to solve the problem given to you as a hands-on on your own. And we believe it's the best way to learn. Thank you very much. It's all what I wanted to share with you. I'm right now presenting some credentials. If you may have any question, I will answer all of them addressed to me at the end. If you need or if you will have any question, feel free to reach out to me on my email address. And I return stage to you, Patrick.
All right. Before we continue the presentation, I see two questions, particularly from our customers, which are linked to the robot. So if I may ask you, Carol, to answer them right now, to not lose the attention, please. We have a first question. Hi again. Is UR can work properly under hard environment condition in the mid of workshop? That's the first question.
So it's a very good question. Thank you very much for that. The relevant question can be what we can understand as a hard environment. Our robots are graded with AP54, so ingress protection 54, and a lot of them works with welding and machine tending without any additional protection. But if you are afraid that some of the environment can be harmful to your robot, it's always possible to cover it with special cover for the robot arm, which is also available through our UR Plus program. So if you will navigate to subpage on our program, or you will just give me a short question on my email, I will be able to send you proper product that you can extend ingress protection of your robot arm.
All right, so thank you for this. And the second question which we got is, if an interface with a person happens during an operation, what is the emergency procedure? Does it stop, and how does it perceive its surroundings?
Good question, and it's really complex to answer shortly. So let me start to this way, that let's have the emergency stop somewhere behind, because it's the special state. We are talking about robot moving in the free environment, and if it touch or if it feels the collision with person or with any other object, it stops with protective stop. Protective stop is special functionality to avoid a situation when we exceed the safety settings. Because when we exceed safety settings, we need to stop with category 0. So it's automatic, immediate cut of power to the robot arm. We have implemented this protective stop functionality. And how it works. If you can imagine, you have collision with the robot arm. The robot is not only stopping; it's going back to the direction from which robot comes a bit, and to ensure that the contact time is as short as possible. And then we have just pop up on teach pendant, which we should just confirm, and then we can come back to the operation after the collision with operator or not. Then we will see that robot is slowly coming back to the position where it was felt to protective stop, and robot will come back to work with program execution. I know that maybe it's not so clearly explained, so I ask any of you interested about wider explanation or presentation to reach me out on my email, to give me a call, or even better, to start this journey with our academy, because protective stop is one of chapters, and you will be able and check how it works.
That's a great idea. Okay, so we don't see many more particular questions for the robotic part. So thank you, Carol, for now on, and let's move further with the presentation. From our side, from evatronics, eviXscan 3, also a little bit more about integration with universal robots. The UR Plus application set with the eviXscan 3D heavy-duty Optima scanner is UR certified, as you're already aware, which guarantee quick and easy system implementation. Automatic 3D quality control. The UR Plus application set is an autonomous measuring station capable of continuous operation in the production process. This solution increases the traceability of measurements and enables the maintenance of high quality of manufactured products. It also reduces the involvement of the operator, which is an inspection case of reduction production costs. Thanks to the dedicated UR-CAP software, which is also developed by our programmers, which is a part of the system in general, the system is operated as a plug-in solution and plug-in inside. What is UR-CAP? Quick start and easy operation. Thanks to the dedicated UR-CAP software, the system is operated in the plug-and-play mode. Programming the robot's work path is very intuitive and does not require an expert knowledge. The user can easily parameterize subsequent scans in single scan or HDR high definition range mode. It's also possible to scan full potential of the eviXscan 3D suite software, including its predefined macro commands, such as post-processing of scans or export of finalized 3D models in fully autonomous the eviXscan and quality control process. Few information about Dream Robotics company. As you are aware from the beginning of presentation, we are evatronics responsible part for eviXscan 3D products. There is Universal Robot presentation run by Carol. And there is also our third partner, Dream Robotics, which are integrators of Universal Robot and accessory providers. Dream Robotics is an integrator and programmer of industrial and collaborating robots since 2013 in Poland. Since 2018, they have been certified as integrator of Universal Robot officially. The main goal of the company of Dream Robotics is to process automation and production optimization. Manufacturer of the Respiro Electrics, I mean Dream Robotics, they produce a vacuum generator and protective covers for teach pendants for popular robots. What is Respiro? In a minute you will see the movie how does this application works, but explaining a little bit more in details. Respiro is an electric vacuum generator, which is in this case used to take elements from our virtual feeder on the production line and place them on the eviXmatic table. eviXmatic, for those ones who are not aware, is our, since 2 years ago, automated product. We will tell a little bit more about this application later. Respiro, its most important feature is independence from compressed air fasting. As a result, we have a fully autonomous control measurement station that can operate in places where there is no compressed air. CarboGrip. CarboGrip is another accessory from Dream Robotics portfolio. So CarboGrip is a carbon plate attached to the Respiro, and it allows for any configuration of the suction cups and carrying a wide variety of elements. Such a set of Respiro and Carbo Grip can carry details weighing up to almost 20 kilograms. As you can see, the robots is mounted on such transport boxes. You can see below the robot blue box, which is called T-box. It is also a product of Dream Robotics as transport case to transport for safe storage of all cobots. Once set up, the T-box provides a stable base for each robot and its operation. Just remove the top cover and the robot is ready to work on site. Right now we will show you the movie. Okay. And we will have another movie which we will play in a minute. I would like to explain firstly what it is. It's a system for automatic quality control on the production line. So on the screen you can see our eviXscan product, which is automated 4-axis scanning system with two lifts, with a horizontal and vertical lift. On the upper lift, the two scanners can be mounted. There are either heavy-duty Quadro or heavy-duty Optima scanners, so they can be lifted up and down and change the angle of field of view. Whilst on the bottom lift there is a rotary table, which moves also front and backwards and 360-degree rotation. This system is dedicated to automatically and faster scan the objects. It doesn't require calibration because it's pre-calibrated automated system. On the rotary table, you can see also our magnetic cubes on which are mounted sticked coded targets, to help us faster align scan data to ready STL file. Along with this system, we are delivering Geomagic Control X software product, which is responsible to making quality control of scan data. And thanks to one of Geomagic Control X functionalities, which is called Automation Server, we are able to make faster reports behind the scenes. You need to only predefine the first model, the first data. So you scan the first part, predefine it, and then the model, the part number 2, 3, 5, 10, etc., is scanned automatically, and the reports are generated behind the scenes. So it really helps to speed up the scanning and measurement process. Along with the system, we have here Universal Robot 5 series with its T-box, with its stand T-box, and also two products from Dream Robotics, Respiro and Carbo Grip. So you can imagine that this system is working on the production line, and production line is running continuously, is stopping per second, or even without stopping. The Universal Robot and Respiro system is picking up the part from the line, moving it to the eviXmatic. eviXmatic is doing its scanning and measurement job, and then after the process, robot pick up the part again, put it back on the production line, and we repeat the process. So this whole system basically it helps to automatize quality control on the production line. Let's play the movie then. And as I said, you can see how does the Respiro pick up the part. Thanks to the robot, obviously, put it on eviXmatic table, robot is moving back to its position, and eviXmatic is starting scanning procedures. Heavy-duty quadro scanner in this case is moving down to be a little bit closer to the object and dive with a bit more deeper angle and scan the part from different angles. Heavy-duty quadro is a 4-camera system with 2 scanning ranges, so you can swap between the ranges also automatically by 1 click in our software. Now a robot again pick up the part and put it back on the production line. And robot is taking another part, let's say part number 2 or number 5, putting it back again on eviXmatic rotary table, and we start the process. It's a very repeatable process. Operation of the system is very easy. We can call it almost plug-and-play system. It's very easy to use by even not super experienced, high-skilled operator. Okay, so on my behalf, that's everything what we would like to present you today in terms of our new product, new FinePrecision scanner, along with automatized solution, along with universal robots and Dream Robotics. Right now, we would like to listen to your questions and we would like to answer them. I see on the chat we have many questions related to robots, to scanners, so we try to answer them right now to you. I see one of the question, very first question is, was the coin powdered? We have seen the coin, the €1 coin scanned by FinePrecision scanner, which was white. So the answer is yes, because the coin is very shiny with a reflection effect, with almost mirroring effect. We have scanned the part, and the part was powdered by vanishing powder, which after powdering disappear in a couple of minutes, which doesn't affect the scanning parameters much, and then it's removed automatically by vanishing from the euro coin. And we have 3 exceptions today for scanning the parts where we need to use still the powder, where the parts are super shiny, like in this case coin, or where the parts are transparent, like a glass, or very dark. In rest conditions, in rest colors and texture surfaces, we are able to scan thanks to our new software features and our new software eviXsuite 2.7, like HDR mode, like also blue cameras which are mounted on each our scanner, on each cameras of the scanner. We are able to scan more darker objects and even a little bit less shiny. We have the next 2 questions which are pretty close to each other. One is, are we planning to release or be present in laser scanning sector in the near future? And we have also the next question, which is, do we plan to produce handheld scanners? Both questions are pretty similar and close together. Evatronics, since in the very beginning, produced on the market and is actively present on structured LED light, with structured LED light scanners called tripod mounted. And those days in the R&D pipeline, we not plan to release another scanning technology like laser ones or handhelds, simply due to the fact that we have many competitors on the market who are also very strong and present in this sector, and we are pretty strong and fine with the structured light scanners today. Our focus is more on industrial applications today, so the answer for today is no, but we never know what brings tomorrow, so it might be, but not for this year. I see another question. how to handle small objects on the rotary table when the FinePrecision scanner is scanning the objects. You have seen particularly the €1 coin scanned and handled by a kind of handler. We have developed already a very small accessory to the rotary table for FinePrecision scanner and for eviXmatic. I will show you how it looks like. It's a specific handler, a kind of ring on which we handle, in this case, one small Lego brick. So the ring is white. It has unique markers on it. You simply installed a Lego brick or a coin or some other part, like little statue, little figure, for example, game figure on the ring, and then you will scan it automatically. I will show you again. All right. And then thanks to this fixture, thanks to this accessory, you can scan the part automatically without manual operation of the scanner operator of the user. You don't have to touch the part. You don't have to turn it back from top to the bottom. You can scan straight away. Do we have many more questions? Let me have a look on the list. Yes, I think these are all questions. Obviously, please feel free to ask more questions. If you like, send them by chat, by email. We will reply them all. I'm sorry, I see another question, last minute question. How small objects can we scan? This is a very good question. As I said before on the FinePrecision presentation, the FinePrecision range, scanning range is 120 millimeters on 60 on 45, but it's a scanning range. And the smallest objects which could be captured, we have made lots of positive tests, are even 3-4 millimeters. So these are the minimum size objects which we are able to scan. Okay. No more questions. So thank you very much. We obviously, when later on questions will arrive. Oh, we have another one. The movement of the arm during scanning is controlled through the program or by human. The movement of the arm during scanning is controlled through the program or by the human. So I guess that the question is related to the robot. Let me just reconnect with Carol. Carol, are you with us still?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. We have a question related to robotic arm. Can you reply, please?
I think it's a very similar question to the one we had on Polish webinar, and it's during scanning, robot is stable, so it's just programmed positions where you bring robot arm with the scanner, and then you just scan. Robot is stationary at that procedure. I hope it answers, and what was asked with this question.
During the morning seminar for Polish market, we have also a very good question, which I will raise here. Can we scan objects in movement? This is very commonly asked question, very good question, and unfortunately not. The scanning technology, like handheld scanning technology, which we are presenting you, tripod mounted or even laser one, handheld, which are not our one today. We cannot scan the object which are in movement mode. The object, the part, if it's on production line or even if it's a car who is running 1 mile per hour, need to stop for a couple of seconds. So we are able to capture it. We are able to scan it. Cameras need to see the objects in a full stop position.
And the same if the moving object is camera being mounted on the robot, so it works two ways. Also, object and camera needs to be stationary, so robot arm needs to stop at some moment for the scan, to perform the scan.
Okay. Any more questions? Any more last-minute questions, please? We don't have one, so thank you very much again for your presence, for very nice, efficient 1 hour spent with you. The materials which you have seen today obviously are recorded, and we will distribute them to you along with the related catalogs and technical materials from both companies, evatronics, Universal Robots, and Dream Robotics. We will also try to reply the latest questions to you. I would like to thank you on our part for being present, for attention. Stay healthy those days, and we are at disposal for your service. If you have any further question, if you are interested in one of the products, please contact us, and we will be engaged in further discussions. So thank you, Americas. Thank you, Europe and Africa. Thank you, Asia. Good day, good afternoon, and good night.
Thank you.